Blockbusters. You are listening to the Triple B Podcast. Let's fucking go.
Welcome back to the Triple B Podcast, Bourbon, Belts, and Blockbusters. We are here for the bonus episode for Royal Rumble.
The Rumble
2025.
Heck yeah.
Let's get ready to
Rumble.
We-
My voice cracked a little bit there at the end of that. It's embarrassing.
We, like always, are going to go through our predictions for this, and we got a special little prediction segment on this just because Royal Rumble brings surprise
it's the
entrants.
Rumble.
And so we're going to pick one. Is that what we decided? One surprise entrant?
Yep. Yeah, I think so.
All
Let's
right.
do one each. We don't want to get too overzealous.
Yeah.
I mean, we could come up with 15 shock entrances that we would love to see, but we'll just do one. Let's do one. Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
Are
So,
we doing it one per or just one?
Let's do one per match.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Let's start with the tag team championship match. The 2 out of 3 falls. Who do you got winning this one?
I think Motor City Machine Guns are gonna recapture the titles.
I agree with you.
I think there's going to be some pretty deadly action that somehow gets involved and costs DIY one of, if not the final fall.
Could this be your character change that you were predicting a few episodes ago for Pretty Deadly?
It could be.
Leading
I was thinking when I was talking about that, I was thinking more of I thought we were going to see like a true legit villainous heel turn from them, where it was like they were going to almost DIY themselves, where like they were going to really go evil.
Yeah.
But this could be like a face turn, which is a character. Because, I mean, that would be pretty much what that would end up being for them, would be turning more good. Yeah. They've kind of been teetered, you know?
Yeah.
But I think, like, if they turn on, if they come out and then cost DIY, then that's a face turn.
Yeah.
Of sorts. So
I agree.
I think there will be something. I think what we saw last night alludes to that.
Yeah, I think so too. Yep, I agree with you. Motor City Machine Guns are taking the
Why is their
titles
name
back.
so hard to say?
Because
I did that too. It's Machine Gun. Snooky wants smush smush.
Hi, Queen. Hi, buddy. Quinny, get down. Get down. You're podcast famous now.
Yes, podcast
famous.
Podcast.
Down,
famous.
Quinn.
Down. He's good. All right. Next
going
up.
over.
Speaking of which,
Going over to the undisputed WWE Championship ladder match, we got KO versus Cody Rhodes. Who you got in?
I have a lot of different things in my head. I really think that my thought process for how this match is going to turn out depends on the order of the way the matches are laid out.
True.
So, can I give you both?
Yeah,
Because this is going to lead into kind of the men's Royal Rumble match too. But if the ladder match happens last, I think KO's winning it.
Okay.
I think because I think in that situation you might actually get the follow through from KO of coming out and potentially helping Sammy win the Rumble.
Okay.
And then you might get what I was talking about earlier, or not earlier, but earlier previous episodes, where we might get that Sammy heel turn to cost Cody and give KO the win. So that's if the ladder match main events of the Rumble. If the men's match I guess it doesn't have to necessarily main event. The women's could main event, but if the Rumble comes after the ladder match, then I think KO's losing the ladder match. But I think KO's coming out to win the Royal Rumble.
Damn, that's a bold prediction.
I know.
That is bold.
I know. Well, because I'm just thinking how much we've seen him interact now with all of these other people that are talking about winning the Rumble.
Yeah.
over the last couple weeks. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, how poetic would it be for him to lose the ladder match, get all bitch fest KO, oh, woe is me, and then be like the surprise number 30 and end up throwing Sammy over to win it. Something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would be fucking awesome. So
That would be insane. I'm here for that.
I know I just covered 2 matches with 2 different scenarios, but those are my 2 separate predictions depending on the lineup of the match card.
Okay. All right.
What about you? Ladder match first, and then go men's.
Ladder match. I'm
just
going with
fucked that up.
Cody. I feel like it's WrestleMania time. You got to have Cody.
Yeah.
With the title, so I think he's gonna win it, but it's probably gonna be the match of the night. Is my prediction.
Okay.
Going over to the men's Royal Rumble, I'm gonna stick with Punk. I'm gonna stick with Punk on this one. I know I said it last episode. I think this is his year to main event WrestleMania, and I think it comes via winning the Royal Rumble.
I love it. I wore the shirt for a reason. And I also wore this hat for a reason. Then I didn't say either of them in my men's predictions, but that's just circumstantial. So
yeah.
I got a lot of options up my sleeve here, Tim.
Yes, you do.
It's either Sammy KO, Punk, or Jey Uso. And any way it goes, I'm right.
Lastly, that brings us to the women's Royal Rumble. Who you got?
I have no fucking idea.
Me neither.
We barely know who's in it. We know like 5 people that are actually in the match. 6 maybe.
I was going to say.
So I don't know. I would absolutely love to see it be Zelina Vega.
Oh.
That would be fucking dope. She just made the switch over to SmackDown. To see her potentially go and challenge Tiffy at WrestleMania, that would be a fucking hell of a match too. Mm-hmm. And I would love to see them actually push her to have it be like truly what it is.
I like it.
And she's one of the best fucking female performers on the entire company's roster, and she just doesn't get pushed very much. So
I like it.
I would love that.
For me, I'm gonna use up my prediction for a surprise entrant in the Women's Royal Rumble, and also use it as my winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. I think Jordynne Grace is a surprise entrant in tonight's Rumble and wins the Rumble.
Okay. Jordynne Grace, Zelina Vega. You said Punk. I said 4 people. I circumstantially said Cody and KO. I'm really all over the fucking place here with this.
Yeah.
But it does, like I said, it's
the order
it
of the
matters
match does
with the
matter.
match card order. So
okay.
It's not like a either or. It's if the match card is this way, that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
And then we both think Motor City's winning the 2 out of 3.
Exactly.
All right. So
you
already said surprise entrance for the women's.
Yep. Jordynne Grace.
I'm going Becky Lynch.
This is a
for the
perfect
women's.
time.
That would be perfect. There was, rumors about the Netflix premiere. It didn't happen. For whatever reason, it didn't happen. I read a lot of stuff that it was like scrapped last minute, but then I also read that it was like never planned to actually be there, like all sorts of stuff. I think it would be the perfect opportunity for Becky to come back. Like,
I agree.
Have her shock the world returning without any glimpse of it the same night that Charlotte returns from so long, the same night that potentially Jordynne Grace makes her like actual legit debut.
Yeah.
After signing with the company, like it would just be a huge moment all around for the women's division. So
Hell yeah,
I'm going Becky Lynch.
I like it. All right, going over to the men's. Who you got?
I'm pulling a Tim. I'm going with The Rock.
Oh, I like it though. I like it though.
I'm going with The Rock.
Is he going to win the Rumble? Could that be your 5th winner?
Yes, yes, it can. I have 5 chances to be right here, Tim.
That I like that one. I really do like that one. Let's see. For men's, I say Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar
Yeah.
is the surprise entrant.
Yeah.
Rock and Brock. Oh,
Just saying.
we
We got Becky Lynch playing on the screen right now. All of a sudden,
she's on the
recapping.
playback.
Yeah, recapping. Is that last year's, or is that 2 years ago? I can't tell.
I'm not sure. Anyways, that is our prediction show.
Hell yeah,
We will be back after the Rumble. It's going to be a hell of a night.
it's gonna be fun. It's
The
gonna be a
road
big
kicks
one.
off now.
To the road to WrestleMania.
We are back post show of Royal Rumble.
Hell yeah.
Ready to go through results, reaction, the three bells, you name it. We're on the road to WrestleMania, man.
We are on the road. Get back on the road again. Country roads, take me home.
To the place.
I belong, WrestleMania. It fits so well. Why did that fit so well?
It fit perfectly.
Oh, fuck. All right.
All right, so we're going to get right into
Yes,
the
we
results.
are.
So first we had the Women's Royal Rumble. What'd you think? We got the winner, Charlotte Flair.
Charlotte Flair came out on top.
My official initial thoughts was started off a little slow, but then there was a lot of big surprises like Alexa Bliss coming out.
Alexa Bliss came out. Trish Stratus. I called that shit
Yes,
live.
he did.
While we were watching it, I said, dude, what if Trish Stratus comes out? And then, like, it was like 4 or 5 picks later, too. Or not picks, but entrance
later.
It was and I was like,
Whoa.
I fucking called it. Trish is here.
We had Nikki Bella come out. I know you weren't big on that, but it
really was.
still fun to see.
Not for the 30th.
We got I
That
get it.
was a fucking utter disappointment. You cannot argue that,
yeah.
Tim. You know it was. You have fucking Nia come out 29, and you're like, but we were expecting her to be 30.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Because, like, they waited so long, and we're like, all right, they're going to have her come out 30 because she can't fucking cardio-wise last more than 4.5 minutes in a fucking match anyways. And so we're like, all right, she's going to be 30. And then she comes out 29, and it's like, who the fuck's 30 gonna be? Is it Becky? Is it gonna be, who the fuck could it be? And then it's fucking Nikki fucking Bella? Like, what the fuck? That was such it was a waste. It was a waste of an entrant. If she came out like 4 and got eliminated after 6 came out, cool.
Yeah.
But like, oh yeah, cool. Oh, shock and awe value. Sweet, Nikki Bella's back. Oh, cool.
But she wasn't gonna win it.
We know she's not gonna fucking win it.
Yeah.
We know that.
Yeah.
Fucking throw her ass out. She
Yeah.
come out 30.
I
Was
think
a fucking waste.
I think the biggest disappointment was Becky didn't come back.
I think that
thought,
was the biggest disappointment.
I thought for sure she was coming back.
Win would have been a better fucking opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, now we're talking the road to WrestleMania. When are you returning?
Yeah. Exactly.
Is she returning?
Is she coming back yet?
Like, that's now where I'm kind of at. Like, is she?
Maybe
even
it's
coming
post
back?
WrestleMania. I don't know.
But, like, that's so fucking long.
Which is crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy to think
That's
about.
crazy to think. Because, like, now, like, there's not really... Unless she comes back and re-debuts for the women's elimination chamber.
Yeah.
That'd be the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
Like, she's like all of a sudden comes back and like established. But I feel like that's something that usually is like qualifier matches or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess she could come back on a Raw or SmackDown or
But it
whatever
wouldn't
and
feel as
qualify for it.
big
It wouldn't
as
feel as big. So
Royal
that's-
Rumble.
Yeah, that's where it was super disappointing that she didn't come back. That's why, like, I thought that was such a safe fucking prediction was
Yeah.
for her to come out.
Yeah. I was excited for Jordan Gray. I think
Yeah,
she
for
had
sure.
one of the biggest moments in the Rumble with doing that Death Valley driver to
That was-
Piper.
Nevin was fucking sick.
Yeah.
And then she took one of the biggest moves of the match too, which was that fucking
Oh god, the
that
code red
fucking-
from Zelina.
Yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So
And then though, like just going back to Alexa Bliss, that pop, she well deserved. I totally
that
fanned
been
out.
a long time coming.
Long time.
January of 2023 was the last time we saw her.
Yeah. That's insane.
2 years.
Yeah.
fucking over 2 years because like it's February 1st.
Yeah, we're
so
February
it's over
1st.
2 years that we saw Alexa Bliss on our screen. So
Yeah.
like that's super cool. But also like I'm very happy for her. I'm proud of her for taking that amount of time off to just become a mom and do her thing and like live that part of her life because that's super exciting and that's super cool for her. So that was like I'm happy she's back, but I'm also happy she wasn't like she didn't feel under pressure to return.
100% agree.
You know, so
The other thoughts I had on this was just we talked about it, but Women's Royal Rumble was very unpredictable, almost in a bad way. Just they didn't do a lot of building to it, which made Charlotte feel like the easy pick to win. I know I didn't pick it as a winner, and neither did you. But also, it makes sense, like just on paper, because
and then when she fucking came out number 27,
that's the magic number, right? 27, right?
That was kind of
tips your hand to it,
made it obvious.
But excited for that because she is a great performer in the ring.
She is.
And whoever she chooses to face, whether it be Tiffy or Rhea or whoever's champion come WrestleMania, it's going to be a good match, right?
Absolutely. And she's, correct me if I'm wrong, is she not the most decorated women's wrestler in the history?
Absolutely, yes.
So it's a huge return for her, even though like we knew it was coming.
Yeah,
still a huge return, and then for her to go on and get the win, it's like it makes sense. Is that what we predicted? No, because is it what we necessarily wanted? No, but we also get it, and we're still on board with it.
Yeah,
so
she becomes
that wasn't a huge letdown.
Yeah,
there were a lot of other parts that were letdowns.
Yeah. She becomes the first woman to win 2 Royal Rumbles. Yeah. I know the history of women's Royal Rumble is young, but she becomes the first 2-time.
Right?
Yeah.
This was the 8th women's Royal Rumble, I believe.
Is it already?
I think this was the 8th.
Holy smokes!
I believe this was the 8th.
Yeah.
So it's fucking 2025, dude.
That's insane.
Only 2017.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. I don't remember when. It was either the 7th or the 8th. I'm pretty sure is what they said. So, it's time. I guess it's realistically time to have a repeat. So it kind of makes sense there too, which is something that we didn't really take into consideration earlier. So that was the women's one. We go on to the tag team championship match. It was a 2 out of 3 falls. We had DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. I said it without messing up on that. Machine Guns. Machine Guns.
Match was a banger.
It was fucking awesome.
It was a banger.
It was exactly what we expected. It was really well done. It had the fucking high intensity.
Yeah.
The Motor City Machine Guns are so fucking fast in the ring.
They really are. The only thing I don't like about 2 out of 3 falls match is the match doesn't really click until that 3rd fall. It typically goes to a 3rd fall. There was some good moments in the first 2 falls, but the match doesn't start until that 3rd fall.
But I feel like it was primarily the moments that led to the 3rd
True,
falls.
Yes.
Sorry, not the 3rd falls, but the first 2 falls, right?
Yeah.
It was that moment that led to DIY getting the first, and then that moment that led to Motor City Machine Guns getting the second.
Yeah.
And then it was the rest of the match was fucking bang.
God, it was just banger.
It was back and forth. But I totally agree with you that it's like 2 out of 3 falls is like, okay, they're each going to get one, and then the match is going to start.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's just kind of like,
But these guys got great chemistry.
An Iron Man match would have been fucking better.
I agree.
Whatever.
This was the next best thing, and
beat a dead horse. But.
DIY and Motor City Machine Guns have great chemistry in the ring, and this showed. The ending had me shocked and a little disappointed, but also I'm here for it because I know that means there's big things in store for the tag team division. So DIY retains because Street Profits get involved, and I mean, like I said, I'm a little disappointed that it came to that, but you also predicted that Pretty Deadly would get involved. So it wasn't that, but we had We had
There
that.
was an interference.
Yeah, exactly. So,
But I also said Pretty Deadly was going to get involved in cost DIY, but the Street Profits got involved in, which didn't, like you said during too. It was like it didn't really make sense because they attacked
both sides.
Motor City Machine Guns to cost them the match, but then they attacked DIY after. So it's like, why not just attack both in the midst of the whole thing and cause it to be a fucking like
DQ.
DQ.
That would make sense. I know we hate that, but that makes sense.
That would have made sense, right? Like I hate it. I hate it in situationally. When it's used so often, or the roll up pin is used so often, type of thing. Like we fucking saw that twice on SmackDown, right? But when it's used correctly and when it's used right, like that would have been the right time to use it. Where, you know, D'Angelo attacks Motor City while the fuck's the other one's name? D'Angelo Hawkins and
Montez
Ford. Montez attacks DIY.
Yeah, no, that would make
have that happen at the same time. Then it's a draw. It's a no contest. There is no DQ either way because they both got attacked at the same time. Then you legitly have this three-way feud now.
Yeah,
where it's they attacked DIY afterwards, but you have Motor City Machine Guns that are like, you cost us the fucking titles.
Yeah.
So now there's a little bit extra heat there.
Yeah.
Where, like you could have set up, which I'm pretty sure those were the three teams I said a few episodes ago would give me TLC vibes.
Yep.
Which would be fucking dope.
Yep.
But you could have set it up better.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yep. Agreed.
We are currently 0 for 2. But also, I guess you're technically 1 for 3, and I'm 0 for 3 because of your surprise entrant in the women's was Jordan Grace.
Yep.
So you got that correct, but you were wrong on her winning it.
Correct.
My surprise entrant was Becky.
Yep.
And I also said Zelina Vega was going to win, and I was wrong on all fucking accounts so far. So I'm 0 for 3, you're 1 for 3.
Yep.
Moving on to the WWE, the undisputed WWE Championship between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens in a ladder match.
Fuck this match. This was brutal.
One for the ages.
What a ladder match.
Yeah. And I will go on record as to say that just a ladder match is probably one of my least favorite stipulations of matches because I feel like all ladder matches should just be TLC matches.
Yeah. But did you notice no other weapon came in play in this one?
They used about 45 ladders.
Yes, they did.
And no other weapon though.
So
to their credit, they stuck to that stipulation.
Which made me worry because crowd was calling for tables. There was a big stack of chairs underneath the ring.
Huge stack of chairs.
When they were grabbing ladders from underneath the ring. But holy crap. Brutal. I think brutal is an understatement of what this match was.
Yeah.
Cody went to the extreme to bring down KO.
There were fucking spots in this match before the final spot. There were spots in this match that were just like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. Like the fucking was it just a fucking power slam under the mini ladder? I can't remember what it was, but whatever. Cody took the fall onto the mini ladder, and it was just like, oh. And I straight up, I said to you, I was like, I feel like that would almost be worse than a full ladder for some reason because it's so compact. Like, I feel like that would be worse. Then you have the fucking. Is it the fisherman's carry suplex?
It's like a fisherman's.
From the fucking top rope KO to Cody onto the fucking suspended ladder across from the one ladder to the tail. Holy fucking shit.
Oh.
Like so many spots in this match. Like even just the fucking rip Cody off the ladder into what turned out like it was essentially a pop-up power bomb.
Yeah.
Right? Fucking off the ladder.
But it almost was not.
Yeah, it was almost a complete miss, but he fucking caught it and did it anyways. It was just all around. Like there were so many spots to this that were just like, holy shit.
Yeah, the most cringe movie, like gets me to wince is when they throw weapons at people hard, and ladders are like the worst, I think, to throw at someone just because there's holes, and it just, there's not a great way to brace for a ladder, I feel like. And so I always wince a lot in ladder matches, and this one had me wincing quite a bit. And then you fast forward to that final spot, the Alabama Slammer.
The Alabama Slam from Cody to KO from the announce table onto a ladder that is suspended from the ring apron to the announce table, and then the ladder snaps in half, and KO like legit thought like he's dead.
He's like folded.
Like he hits, it breaks. You can see him like. Very quickly, he slides down. His head goes
in a rung
through one of the fucking rungs of the ladders, and then his body flips over, and he was like folded in half with his head through a fucking rung of a ladder
For how long he was folded.
Fucking ever he was folded like that, and it was like, you can't practice that.
No.
That is not planned.
No.
And I think you could tell that wasn't planned by Sammy's reaction, because Sammy ended up out at ringside.
He ran to him.
He like shoved a ref out of his way and immediately ran to him to just be like to check on him. Like that was like breaking kayfabe, I think. Like that seemed like breaking character. Like it was like, holy shit, I think you're dead. Are you okay? And to Cody's credit, he fucking played that bitch off like it was nothing, and he was just like, fuck you, yeah, I did that. And he rolled into the ring, he climbed the guy to matter, he took both of my fucking belts off. And then he fucking continued to stand over the top of the whole situation, holding the belts up. He got on top of the announce table right over KO while he was being fucking aided to. It was just like, holy shit. That was one of the... We said it while we were watching it. I think that is the third most brutal spot I've seen never.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those spots that like that wasn't supposed to happen the way it happened.
Yeah.
But the way it happened made it that much more brutal. Mm-hmm. And it's only behind, I think, the two Mankind spots in the same Hell in a Cell match against Taker.
Yeah.
With the second being thrown off the top.
Yeah.
Because that was a planned spot.
Yeah.
It was just still fucking brutal.
Yeah.
Like, and then the fucking choke slam through the top. Because that was not supposed to happen. And one wrong step and Mick Foley would have died in the ring.
Yeah.
Type of thing, right? Like, that was probably the most brutal spot of all fucking time.
Yeah.
And then this.
Yeah.
It was
insane. It just goes to show that Cody is willing to go any inch to get that win, and that's what I like about his character. It's keeping it fresh, is that he has a villainous side to him, and that wasn't villain, but kind of when he was like standing over KO and celebrating, it kind of brought that out of him. But but he was that angry with this feud from what we saw.
I've brought this up so many times when we've talked about this, and it's he has that Dexter dark passenger with him, right?
Yeah.
Like, and that's that's that thing that we've talked about in the past, where it's like that's what the fan base in Cena's heyday wish Cena would have had. Part of his character would have been that dark side, that fucking I can cross a line too, you know? And Cody has taken that and ran with it.
Yeah.
So
I know you had a million different pathways coming out of this match, but I predicted Cody would win, so I know that I'm 2 for 4 at this point. What are we counting yours as?
I did say if this match happened before the Rumble match, that Cody would win.
Yeah. Okay.
So because my other thought to it was if this match happened before the Rumble match, that KO would come out in the Rumble.
Yeah.
So because he would have lost. So I did say Cody would win. So I am technically 1 for 4.
Cap. All right. And that brings us to the main event, the men's Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Holy hell. Holy hell.
Yeah.
This one was for the ages.
The question, the belts question of the week for episode 35 that we just put out. This I think could have easily been changed.
Yeah,
for both of our answers.
Oh yeah, I was contemplating it.
Yeah,
easily. Just from how it started, Rey Mysterio, Penta, starting the match off, and I know there's a little controversy there, but he wasn't gonna win the match.
He wasn't gonna win it. It was a flub.
And we wouldn't have gotten some of the spots that happened if we went with it. So I'm good with it.
Nobody would have wanted Penta to be eliminated that quickly anyways.
Yes.
So the fact that, did both his feet hit the ground? We're pretty fucking sure they did, but the refs played it off. The fans didn't even react.
I didn't see any reaction.
I think they kind of played it off too in a way. They're like, that wasn't supposed to happen. Keep going.
Yeah.
Do it. So like.
But I don't think you would have that if it was Rumble, anyone else.
It's live
with Penta in that ring.
That's true. Yeah, it's live fucking
physicality. Yep.
And things happen.
Yeah.
But no, with the first fucking 6 out, were fucking insane. Like it was fucking just crazy. And we've talked about it leading up to it that we think this is like potentially the most star-studded Royal Rumble ever.
Yeah.
The announced team was saying this is the biggest Royal Rumble of all time.
Yeah. It felt like it.
And it fucking felt like it. It legitimately felt like it. And it felt like the finale of this match was... I feel like... And maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like since, 2018 when Shinsuke won it?
I want to say, 2018,
when
yeah.
Shinsuke won it. This is the first time since then that a superstar is, like, truly, fully being put over by winning.
Yeah.
Because Shinsuke wasn't a fucking main card, title picture, main eventer.
Yeah. He was fresh to the main roster, yeah.
And so... I'm going to do a little something right here.
Yeet.
Having our boy Jey Uso... Oh, fuck. Stand up now. There we go. Come out on top in this with the rise that he's had and that we've mentioned before since he broke free from Roman Reigns. And he's been in moments. He's had, he's had a single shot at the WWE Championship. He's had a single shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. But this is truly like him winning the Royal Rumble tonight is, and already being the most over character in the last fucking 10 years, I would argue. And I've already said to you, I think he is the most over character. He might be in like the top 5 of all fucking time right now. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Like, how many times can you think back to see an entire fan base at every fucking show he's at
go nuts,
be all in?
Yeah.
Like, that's the type, that's like the once, that's like the generational type of shit that happens.
Yeah.
And for him to win this match, and he said it in the post show, is like the company trusts him.
Yeah.
Like they trust him now. They're all in on putting it on him.
Yeah.
And so for this match to do what I feel like it's supposed to do is propel people, and push them and put them over. Yeah. This was the perfect fucking outcome.
Oh,
and I think, and I alluded to it too while we were watching it, was the story behind Cena. I think this was the perfect way to do it. Cena comes down to the final 2, which was fucking crazy in and of itself for what it was. Yeah. The final 3 was no way in shape or form what we fucking thought it was going to be. We thought the final 4 were going to be Seth, Roman, Punk, Cena.
Yep.
Seth, Roman, and Punk got eliminated within 4 seconds of each other. Punk eliminated Roman and Seth at the same time. And then Logan Paul fucking throws Punk over the top rope to make the final 3. Logan Paul, Jey Uso, and John Cena. We were like, at that point, we were literally like, we don't fucking know what the fuck is going to happen. This is absolutely insane. Like, we were standing, we're jumping, we're sitting, we're on the edge of our seats, we're up again, we're down, we're like, we don't know what the fuck's going on.
It took me a second to realize that Jey Uso was still in the match at that point.
Because you turned me.
I was like,
you started smacking me like, Jay's still in it. Jay's still in it. I was like, I know. And no, like for real though, because it was just so fucking bizarre to see all 3 of them go out back to back.
Oh yeah,
right. And for Cena to kind of build the Royal Rumble the way he did, and he's a GOAT for a fucking reason, dude.
Yeah.
He's I think he's the best on the mic in the history of the fucking industry.
Mm-hmm.
And that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
But he's still that fucking good on the mic. Like, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
And so when he has gone on to say all the shit that he said, and he's done everything he's done since he's made this fucking retirement tour announcement, and he's talking about his fucking Raw Netflix debut fucking monologue that he did.
Yeah.
The whole fucking thing is like talking about how he hasn't fucking won a match in this long. He hasn't fucking been in a Royal Rumble in 2,560 something days or whatever the fuck it was. It's fucking a little over 7 years he hasn't been in a fucking Royal Rumble match. Just all of the fucking things that are stacked against him that, like, he has to prove it. He's not coming back and doing this and expecting to get handed anything. Like, he hasn't, why the fuck would he? He hasn't done anything in the business in forever outside of put every fucking person that he has wrestled over, you know, which is arguably the most important thing he could do. But, in storyline version, it's he has a point. Like, he hasn't fucking won in forever.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 years since he won a fucking match in the WWE or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And maybe longer. And so, like, for it to come down to these two, and then for Cena to come up just short, you're on the apron. You get him up for the FU. You're about to win. He fucking wiggles out and just shoves you off. And just, like, you lose your balance. He fucking pushes you off, and it ends that way. Just adds to the fuel of... Mm-hmm. He came out 23, I think, somewhere in there. 23, 24, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. Lasted the rest of it.
Oh, yeah, he came out 23, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was in the match. Like, he was in the match for, like, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, Jay was almost 40. And so, like, for it to end that way, like, kind of adds to that story of, like, hey... You can still do this. You can still fucking... You can still do this shit, and you were that close.
Yeah.
That's just pushing that narrative to the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
You know. We're going to get the fucking... We're going to get the 17-time world champion by the time this retirement tour is over. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. He is getting that record.
Yeah.
He's going to go out with that.
Yeah. I just can't say enough good things about this men's Royal Rumble. It was just... The way it started was perfect. There's, of course, the middle kind of lull, but there were still some big things going on.
I don't even know about a lull, though.
But having Roman come out in the middle of the match helps. That helps kind of
and
bring
it wasn't
that.
just him. He came out 16. You had Jacob out already.
Yeah.
You had, and then fucking Jay came out before 20.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't... I don't even know that I wouldn't even say there was a lull in this match, really.
Yeah.
It was the first 7 fucking people out were...
We were just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, seriously. Because, like, the 7th person out was Otis.
Yeah.
And he fucking put on a fucking show while he was out there.
Yeah.
You know? It was just all around. The whole thing from fucking start to finish, we were on the edge of our seats. We were into it. There wasn't a moment where, like, the whole time we were like, we're counting.
Yeah.
Fucking, like, how many people are left? We're figuring it out, and then we're trying to
piece
match
together
it up with
who
left. We knew was already declared to try to figure out, like, who could any surprise entrance be.
Yeah.
And I don't think there was a surprise entrance AJ Styles was probably the biggest one.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like that was you kind of assumed that was going to happen.
Yeah. I think just having his old music was a surprise.
But I'm just saying, like, I think he was the biggest person to come out that we didn't know was declared for the Rumble.
True. But yeah, so some highlights. Again, most unpredictable Royal Rumble I've ever watched.
Oh my God, yeah. Hands down.
We had the beginning of the match, which was a banger. We had the Mexican Destroyer from Penta to Fatu. Was incredible.
Off the back of somebody too. That was fucking.
That was incredible. The
fucking Jey Uso's Poison Rana to Jacob Fatu too. Was fucking sick.
Yeah, and then just when you think you have some of it figured out, the final 4 that you have predicted all get eliminated within seconds.
3 of the 4,
yes. And then to have Jay win it to your point, the Royal Rumble is built to propel someone. This Royal Rumble was unpredictable from the plan, like from everything we saw. And him winning was not on my bingo card. Like, I know we wanted it, but also I was like, with the big names in there, I was like, it's got to be Roman. It's got to be Punk. It has to be all those. And it wasn't. And I'm so happy for it. I can't. The last time I remember jumping up and screaming was Jeff Hardy winning the championship.
Yeah, dude.
And we had that moment tonight.
We did. Yes. It was, we both got a little lightheaded because we were so fucking stoked. We stood up so fast. We were jumping up and down screaming like we were like, fuck yes. And yeah, it was a moment.
This is
a moment to remember for sure.
Yeah. So
makes sense.
We were not right in our surprises. Brock or Rock did not come out.
Rock and Sock connection did not happen.
The winners we predicted did not win either. Well, I mean, one of his 5.
That's not true. That's not true. I said there are situations. There are situations here. Jey Uso was one of mine. Why do you think I wore the hat? Ignore the shirt. Why do you think I wore the hat? Right? I had 5 winning predictions, and one of the 5 came true. So I'm taking it. Okay,
yeah, take it.
I'm taking it. I think that puts me at like fucking 2 for 5 or something.
Yeah,
I think that puts you at 2 for 5 though. Also,
yeah,
right?
So we are tied. All right. Just any final thought? I think we did a good job covering our thoughts on it. Any other final thoughts on it?
No, man. I'm good.
It was an amazing Rumble.
It was.
We're going to go into the 3 bells section. To me, it is a 3.
It's a fucking 3.
It's easily.
Even with the women's match being... This is comparative to the rest of the card. The women's match was the dud.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down. There were still really bright moments in the match. There were still, a lot of exciting things that had us be like, fuck yeah. There were also moments where you're like, what the fuck? And then it's just kind of the ending of the match, I think, was an all around dud to me. It was super disappointing having Nikki Bella be the 30 after the kind of build. Like, you have Nia, like you're expecting Nia to come out 30, and then she comes out 29, so you're like, fuck, who the fuck's 30 gonna be then? Then it's Nikki Bella. Was like, okay, just kind of disappointing to me. So that's like, that could have easily brought it down, but then just how good the next 3 matches were. Yeah, it's a 3 for 3. Like,
yeah,
it quickly made me just be like, I don't even fucking remember the women's match, honestly. And I'm just like, all right, fuck yeah. The rest of this was fucking legitimately toasted. So, yeah, 3. 3 bells, absolutely 100%.
Yeah, I give it 3. The women's Royal Rumble was not up to what I thought it would be, but the like Alexa Bliss coming out, that was just big enough for me. So it's
That
a
and Trish,
easy
like both those. Two
easy
were like,
3 for this one.
and also the fucking showing out of the NXT girls.
Yeah,
Was
for
fucking
sure.
awesome. Stephanie
Julia,
Becker,
Stephanie
Julia,
Becker, and Roxanne Perez,
Jordan Grace,
Lash.
Lash, like all of it was just like, okay, this is fucking. That was dope.
Yeah,
They legitimately were the brightest spots in the whole thing.
and Nia didn't win, so that makes
And
it a
Nia
3.
didn't
So
win. Yeah, that made it even better.
so heck yeah, what a show, man.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Fucking
All
Royal
right.
Rumble 25.
Oh, yeet.
Let's